Hey guys, welcome to this video. I'm Jamie, founder of Black Moms Guide to Calm, a safe space for stressed out mommies and women and some men come to overcome their overwhelm and find their inner peace, joy, wholeness, and relief. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the spiritual practices that I use that have helped me cope with the whole COVID-19 situation. And these are ones that I also use in my daily life that I have been using for a few years now, but they have been more prominent, if you will, in my life in the past couple of months. So let's jump right on into it. So these are probably my top spiritual practices that I use or have used over the past few months to help me deal with this whole situation going on. So the first one is meditation. Of course, if you know me even a little bit, probably you know that meditation is like my go-to, my number one way to deal with stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And so I have been more intentional about meditating a bit longer during this time because I always meditate in the mornings when I wake up, usually right when I wake up. And that helps me set the tone for a more peaceful and positive day. And that has been super helpful now because of all the news that's going on with the coronavirus and all that stuff. So taking that time in the morning to get grounded and centered and to kind of move through my day peacefully has been super helpful. And again, as I always say to people about starting a meditation practice, you don't have to do it for long amounts of times. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything like that. You do what works best for you. And you can find meditation tips here on the YouTube channel on blackmomsguidetocalm.com. And you can find guided meditations here. But I find it to be very helpful, again, in finding calm and also hearing what I need to hear from spirit. So hearing from my intuition on what I need to do to move forward, because part of this, situation I wasn't working for about a month, and then I started working from home. And I was also trying to figure out, okay, what can I do with my business in this time, or what should I be doing? Should I be doing anything at all? And so having the meditation practice, that quiet and stillness allowed me to get the answers I needed at the time. So that's the first spiritual practice that I use. The second one is, and these are in no particular order of importance or anything like that. I just wrote them down and how it came to me. So the second one is using crystals. So I think I've talked about this on other videos, but I use crystals for emotional and mental well-being for myself and spiritual well-being. And so especially now, seeing that, all this news kind of has had me feeling ungrounded and anxious and just feeling overwhelmed and not necessarily secure and safe, I used a lot of crystals related to the root chakra. So I used smoky quartz, black tourmaline, and red jasper a lot to help me stay grounded and centered and to release any negative energy I might be feeling and to increase my positive vibes. And you can also use crystals like selenite, amethyst for peace in particular. I like to sleep with amethyst under my pillow. It helps me sleep better. And you can use clear quartz as well, which it has, anything that you're dealing with, you can use clear quartz for. Trying to say it right. So I use crystals mainly when I meditate. So I might have a mantra about a specific, so if it's a root chakra mantra in particular, I might hold the smoky quartz in my left hand because that's my non-dominant hand. And so when you are using crystals, you use your non-dominant hand to receive, the properties of the crystal. So I hold it in my hand and I meditate with it. And a lot of people know, close people know that I carry them in my bra a lot of times or in my purse. So just keep them close by to me when, I feel anxious. I keep them close to me all the time. But especially when I need to feel grounded and calm and centered, I will carry especially smoky quartz in me to keep that feeling with me throughout my day. So the third ish third and fourth because they're kind of two different things, but I kind of equate the two, prayer and affirmations. So I felt like my spiritual practice had kind of fallen off a little bit, which is kind of ironic because my word for this year for 2020 is alignment, as in being in alignment with spirit, but I wasn't really practicing that all the way. So during this time, I really kind of upped my prayer game, so to speak. So really what that means is I really spent time asking for guidance, asking for protection, asking for good health for myself and my loved ones, people in my life. And that just also, it just helped me because I know that, whatever you call your higher power, God, universe, spirit, that entity is listening and wants to help. And, that entity co-creates with us. So speaking to, and believing in something bigger than myself has helped me cope as well, and to just, be at peace with knowing that things are working out and that all is well and will be well. And so for me, affirmations is another form of prayer, saying affirmations, because to me it is thanking spirit already, for what will come into your life, or, calling it into your life so it manifests and you're acting as is. And it's also asking for the thing that you're affirming. So that's another way. And of course, I use affirmations for calm. I've used affirmations for abundance, for courage, for health, and all that good stuff. So prayer and affirmations has been a great way for me to cope as well, because I can feel the connection with the divine that way. And like the saying goes, prayer is when you talk to God, and meditation is when God talks to you. So I like to think of it that way. So another way that I've been coping with COVID and with life in general when life is stressful is by taking either a salt shower or bath. So I think I did a post about this on blackmomsgotocalm.com/blog. But basically, salt is a way to kind of cleanse the energy from your body. So if you have any kind of negativity or heaviness or emotional things that you're dealing with, scrubbing your body with salt is a great way to get rid of those impurities and that negative vibe that you're feeling. So you can do this in the shower. So you just, you can either shower normally and do the salt, or you can do the scrub and then shower as you would. And the same goes for the bath. There's I guess a prayer or affirmation, whatever you want to call it, that I use when I do this. And I don't remember exactly where I first saw this. It's either the Hood Witch or Black Femmes Witches Brew. They're both on Instagram, and I can't remember which one, but it goes, all that is not my energy, drop away from me now. All that is my energy baggage, which no longer defines who I am or who I'm becoming, drop away from me now. Flood my being with the divine healing rays from source. Feel, cleanse, and heal my multiple bodies, physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional. So I will say that as I go down my body, then I rinse it off, and I feel much lighter and just more refreshed and more positive. And in the same vein, another spiritual practice is to smudge yourself. So you can there are many herbs that you can use to smudge yourself. Palo Santo, white sage, lavender. There are other ones that you can use to smudge yourself, to cleanse your energy, the energy from your body, and to cleanse your area, your home, car, wherever you might feel you need to cleanse your energy. You can use one of those to do that, and that's something I've been doing a lot more lately because, of course, being at home with people, not really going out as much, it can create a lot of tension and, just stress and chaos with other people. So using that helps to keep a peaceful home and to keep peace within yourself, so you're not as affected by what's going on around you. Another spiritual practice that has been super helpful is gratitude. And so this is really big for me, especially now, because again, like I said, I didn't work for about a month at my job, and then with, shipping delays, or one side of my business got gone completely, the affirmation cards, because the company I used wasn't in production, because which is understandable, of course, but that was like another way, that I could not bring in money. So I was kind of, down a little bit about it, and like thinking about all the things that are not going well and what am I going to do and what was me kind of thing. So really focusing instead on what I have now, what I have to be thankful for in this moment, and really just focusing on the good and enjoying life as it is really helped me to raise my vibes, feel more at peace and calm. Even though things hadn't changed at the time, I was still able to feel gratitude. Okay, I do have this, this, and this. I do have some money. I have people who can help support me, in maybe financially, or even, emotionally, be there as a friend. I have a mind that can come up with other ideas. What can I do to, in this moment, to create income, or or to just help people, instead of focusing so much on me, help other people who are going through this as well. So gratitude has been really great. And one way, because I always keep a gratitude journal, but I became more intentional about the things that I would write about, things that I usually have taken for granted. I wrote about that a lot, and sometimes when I was really in a mood, I would just sit and write down everything I could think of to be thankful for, which really helped me to turn things around, focus on the good, and raise my. So the maybe last tip or spiritual practice that I use is self-care and taking time for relaxation and rest. So I think I mentioned this in the other video when I talked about, I think it was about mental health practices you can use during COVID or something like that. But anyway, remember how in the beginning everyone was talking about how, during this time we should be finding a new hobby, starting a business, growing a business, and all this stuff, right? And because this is such a traumatic time for a lot of people, we've never dealt with anything like this. We don't know really how to deal with something like this happening, the whole world kind of shutting down. So that's a lot on us. That's a lot on our mental and emotional well-being in particular. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with being productive and creating new things, which I think is amazing. And you should, if you have the mental capacity to do so. But I also think that time, and even still now, if you are still in a space where you're not working or things are still slow, to really take time for yourself to relax, because I'm sure before now you've been super busy doing all the things and having a to-do list a mile long. So this is a great time to rest and to also kind of reflect on things, like on the life before now. Is that what you want to continue doing? Is that how you want to continue living your life? And just also resting, because again, this is I hate to say unprecedented times, because everybody says that, but that's what they are. But these are times we haven't dealt with before, and so your mind and body have to get used to it, I think, and kind of process what's happening. So downtime and relaxation time have been really beneficial for me, and just allowing myself to relax and breathe and just be, and even distract myself from the craziness of what's going on, and just allow myself to have some fun a little bit, or just to relax just a little bit. And so for me, and that is self-care for me, or it still is self-care for me, and that had been during the whole beginning of the COVID situation. So for me, that was spending time watching Netflix. It was reading more, taking naps more, just allowing myself to do nothing and not be so consumed with work, or figuring out the next step immediately, but just kind of allowing things to come to me during meditation and things like that. And also doing my best to spend less time online. So just kind of unplugging as well. And I think, again, this and the rest of the practices I mentioned are things that we can and should incorporate in our lives beyond COVID. These are things that have helped me cope, again, since this whole thing started. But I've been doing them for a while, but I've been more intentional about incorporating these in my life and even doing them more often. So, just to recap again what the spiritual practices are, they are meditation, using crystals, prayer and affirmations, salt showers and or baths, smudging, gratitude, having downtime, and practicing self-care. So I would love to hear from you. What have you done spiritually to help you stay, grounded and centered and help you cope with this whole situation or with life in general? What do? You can leave a comment below to let me know. And you can find other tips about the things I mentioned and other practices that you can do at blackmomsguidetocalm.com/blog. And you can also sign up for a free guided meditation there as well. And if you need products to help you find your calm, like the Black Girls Guide to Calm book, the Find Your Calm affirmation cards, which will be back in stock soon, and other digital products, you can head to blackmomcalmshop.com and find those products there that will help you overcome your overwhelm and find calm in the chaos. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you and that you can take away one or two practices that you can either incorporate in your life or continue or become consistent with in your life that will help you cope as we continue to deal with COVID and after it's died down some. These practices can hopefully help you, again, find calm in the chaos and overcome your overwhelm and tap into your inner peace. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share it with your people. And yeah, so I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe and calm and be well. Namaste.